This is the MMA Takes Podcast. With your host, Brian Petrie.
Been dancing during the intro. What's going on? Let's talk about props. Let's talk about props, baby. I'm talking about you and me. I know you guys came here to sing. I am going to reveal the updated Slimeball parlay. It is sitting at a gorgeous plus 436. Probably the highest Slimeball to date. Typically, the Slimeball, again, typically the Slimeball we're looking at. Yeah, so by the way, hang on for a second here, guys. I want to let you know I am streaming on Twitter and YouTube. I cannot see your Twitter comments for whatever reason. When Twitter went to Twitter Live instead of Periscope, I cannot see comments. So someone just made Zach Lawhead, my boy. There's no way you just went live at the same time as the fellow. Yeah, I apologize. I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I know Bellator's on. I know LFA's on. We got an action-packed weekend. Been getting a lot of questions. Where's the Slimeball? Need to see the weigh-ins. Wanted to make sure the weigh-ins went all right. I thought the weigh-ins went pretty good. Jessica Andrade looked great. The only real issue for me, well, two issues. Mike Jackson's chest hair. Buddy, let's I know you're a photographer and you're not, I mean, you are a fighter. I mean, not really. You're more of a media member. Need to trim up that chest hair, but it was a little mangy today, a little mangy. And then Lando Venata, I thought, looked a little sunken in. Face looked a little sunken in. We got Jesse Alonso in here. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Indeed, boys. I'm going to wait like 1 or 2 more minutes before we get some people in here. Got some viewers in here. Again, Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, I cannot see your comments. I apologize. Just enjoy the show. Not going to be long. Trust me, I'm not going to talk you out for 5 fucking hours. I'm not going to be wishy-washy with my decisions and, you know, not going to be like, oh, this is a tough card. I shouldn't pick it. I am picking it. That's what I do. I pick tough cards. The cards get dealt to us when we pick them. And if you lose, you lose. Okay? Let's not be this wishy-washy bullshit. There's a capper out there who I think we all know who is a wishy-washy little bitch when it comes to things. He goes, oh, even though I got that fight wrong, I did say, yeah, because you covered every little fucking aspect of every little fight, okay? Put your nuts on the table. Fuck that nigga right on the table and fucking let's go for it, okay? All right, so here we go. Slimeball, we got some viewers here, okay? Here we go. So Slimeball parlay, there's a little question mark there. You see that? I got a little cute with it. So we're at Charles Jourdain, okay? The Frenchman. French-Canadian, right? The Canadians pronounce it way better than I do. Charles Jourdain. Another Canadian, my boy, look at this guy. Schmitty Sant. I've been buddies, good friends, best friends. He was in my wedding since 2nd grade with this guy. Slime time it is. Let's see what we got here. But on if you were leaning Guida, then you picked bullets. What caught your eye? Good conversation, best session ball. Listen, what caught my eye was a lot of things, but here's I'll double down because that actually ties into the slime ball here. So we got Charles Jourdain. Okay, I'm not Canadian. I can pronounce it cool. Another Canadian, Marc-Andre Baruch. He is fighting the fucking serial killer. The guy's got bodies buried in his backyard. Beverly Hills Ninja Jordan Wright. Some people in my inner circle think that the play would be that fight doesn't go to this distance. Put it with your 2 things. That can be your. I don't parlay props with money lines. That's just a rule I live by, boys. But so question mark right here. Who is that third going to be? Plus 456. Almost getting 5-1 on your money. It's Claudio Puelles. And I tell you why. Clay Guida looked pretty good at the weigh-ins. This is a very tough matchup. It's a straight pick 'em. I said, you know what? Instead of giving them Romanoff, instead of giving them Deanberry, these absurd lines, these absurd things, instead of trying to squeeze a prop in there, we're going to go money line. We're going to go Claudio because he's getting the ANF bump. He's getting the Anakin Florian bump, right? Aljamain Sterling was a 3-1 underdog, almost 4-1 underdog, won the title, right? Then you had Bilal Muhammad, plus 150 underdog, just beat a very Tanzante Luque. The ANF bump is real. Claudio Puelles was just on the show, get a great interview, seems like a great guy, training at Sanford MMA, working on his wrestling, danger's off his back. Clay Guida, 40 years old, cardio still on point, stand up okay, but when it gets to the ground, it can get a little dicey. Clay Guida hasn't been submitted in a while. He got submitted by Jim Miller a while ago, okay? It's been a while, but Claudio Puelles is very crafty off his back. He's got good leg locks. He's got good chokes. Could be a problem here, and also could be a problem for this Slimeball because these all right here, very low lines. Marc-Andre Burr, almost a 2-1 favorite. Charles Jourdain, plus 125. Claudio Puelles, plus 110. As of the taping of this, plus 456 on your money. That's almost 5-1 on this, right? And I like these matchups. It's a thin card, so you can't go crazy. But again, I'm not going to put my face on this camera and give you fucking Romanov, who's 14, whatever. I'm not going to give you Deanberry, who's fighting a photographer. Like, I ain't going to give you those. Like, I wouldn't live with myself. I don't charge for picks. And even though I don't charge for picks, I still couldn't do it. It's insulting. It is insulting to give those picks to people. So I refuse to do it. So yeah, that's the Slimeball parlay, plus 456 right now on DraftKings Sportsbook. Charles Jourdain, Marc-Andre Burr, and Claudio Puelles, because he's getting the ANF bump. Getting that ANF bump, baby. All right, let's rifle through some of these. I'm going to go through every fight. I'm going to tell you if I like the props. If not, again, I've been last year when I broke down all my numbers, I had a real hard time with props. Christian in the house. Damn, I literally picked the opposite all three of those fights. I'm at the bet and called the Ghostbuster. Hey, Christian, fuck you for going against your boy. Okay, first off, I love the competitive spirit. And I know you picked Jordan Wright because you know where the bodies are buried. You probably helped dig the holes, you son of a bitch. No, I'm confident in this. If you want to go Ghostbuster, follow my boy at that Beezy. What is it, Christian? I can never remember your Twitter handle. That Beezy? Go follow Christian. He's gonna have the Ghostbuster parlay, which will go opposite me. And I'm here to win you money. I don't care if you go Slimer, boop, opposite right there. You go Ghostbuster. Let's win money, okay? We're in this together, all right? I mean, with that being said, if the Slimeball doesn't win, I will have my Crypella ready because we're 6-4 in the year, creeping up on 500. I need a win, and this is a juicy number. This is plus 456. This is almost 5-1. This is how we get rich, boys. This is how we get fucking rich. All right, so first fight night, Deanberry versus Mike Jackson. Deanberry 1375 versus Mike Jackson. Impossible to bet Deanberry straight up. The guy's 3-1, 4-1, hasn't proved himself, but he is fighting a photographer who's 0-1, who got rocked by Mickey Gall and finished in the first round, had a decision win that got overturned over Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk. So we're going to play Deanberry by KO at minus 165. That's what we're going to do. I like that prop a lot. That is in my little trusty notebook. I am going to play that. Here we go. At that play Beezy. They'll see it next week. There you go. That play Beezy. Go follow Christian if you want the Ghostbuster parlay, which will essentially, God, I'm really bad at that, huh? Is gobble up a Slimer. By the way, this is a new shirt right here. Chalk Boys. I'm not playing a chalk boy with that plus 456, but we got it. But no, Deanberry's an interesting prospect. Raymond Daniels trained. I think he's going to knock out Mike Jackson probably in the first round. If he doesn't, then he doesn't belong in the UFC. Got him some unique striking. Submissions plus 490. I don't see him doing that. Decisions plus 240. Again, Vegas sees it the way I see it. It's going to be minus 165. You like the under at minus 1.5, or excuse me, minus 130 at 1.5 is the under. A little bit better number there. I do think he's going to take him out early. Deanberry is a little bit more of a patient guy, and Michael Jackson, I think, could be diving for fucking legs, and that could be hard to try to knock someone out when they don't give you a chin to hit. But I do like Deanberry by knockout. I'm gonna play that prop there. We got Marcin Prachniko, Philip Lins. Philip Lins was my underdog play. Dog lock him a night. I'm the dog, the big bad dog. Oh God, does that not get you fired up? Fire me the fuck up, Ozzy. Jeez. No wonder Dog Bounty catches everybody. Just listens to that the whole time. Philip Lindsay plus 100. Looked good on the scales. Looked good at 205. Looked a little abbed up, boys. Looked a little abbed up. Practically on a 2-fight win streak, but the guy's got no chin. Philip Lindsay has the best chin in the world, but when you're giving hang me plus 100, I just can't. At this point in my capping career, I just can't back Marcin Practico. I just can't until he proves he looked great against Khalil Roundtree. Cost me truckloads of money. And then he looked okay and against, more than okay against Villanueva. He stopped him with a body kick. But, man, fuck, I just can't get behind him. I'm going to go Philip Lindsay until the fucking wheels fall off the map. But I don't like any props in that fight. Obviously, Philip Lindsay by knockout would be something I'd be interested in because I do think Philip Lindsay by KO is plus 275. So Philip Lindsay by decision is plus 380. I think if he gets him out of there, it's going to be by KO. Again, Practico, I think, has a weak chin. So give me Philip Lindsay, and if you want to dust off the old prop belt, throw a knockout on him. I'm happy a plus 100 money line, easy bet. Don't parlay him, don't put him with anything. That's a straight wager because you just don't know. You just don't know. Been asking about over 1.5 in the Phil Lindsay fight. That's a good question here. Over 1.5 is minus 155. I just still think you get a better number at Phil Lindsay winning the whole thing. I typically struggle with the over under rounds. I hit pretty well last week with the over in some of those fights. I know a lot of people that like that, but over 1.5 is minus 155. Under plus 125, a little bit better than Philip Lindsay straight up. Listen, if Philip wins, if he wins, he's got to catch him early, I think, because the guy's heavyweight coming down 205. Don't really know how his cardio is going to hold up. Practico has went 3 rounds with Khalil Roundtree. His cardio has held up pretty okay. But that chin, boys, I'm worried about the chin. Preston Parsons versus Evan Elder. I like Evan Elder in this fight. Plus 110. Scrappy kid, undefeated, muscled up, kind of herky-jerky a little bit. Good wrestler. Sanford MMA. I'm assuming he's to be in shape. I think he can take this fight wherever he goes. Obviously, it depends on cardio as well. He looked okay at the weigh-ins. It looked super sunken out. Preston Parsons made his debut against D-Rod, got TKO, but listen, that's what's going to happen. D-Rod's a different kind of fucking beast. He's an animal in there. Preston Parsons, submission guy, wants to get the fight to the ground, wants to submit you. That's cool, but I think Evan Elder is going to play it safe here, position him, going to want to knock him on the feet or knock him around the feet a little bit. Not really a prolific finisher, Evan Elder. He's only 7-0, but plus 110 is very interesting. And Evan Elder, probably by decision is where I would go. Evan Elder by decision is plus 500. That's fucking juicy. That shot some tingles down my wingle. What's a wingle? Plus 500, though, by decision is a nice little prop there. Don't know if I want to play it because then we're going to start getting prop crazy. Don't know both those guys. I don't have a great read on. Preston Parsons, one fight in UFC so far. Evan Elder making his debut. Don't know much. Tape studied both, but plus 500 on decision is interesting. Evan Elder plus 110 is even more interesting. Preston Parsons does have a good ground game, so let's not overlook that. Preston Parsons by submission, plus 200. So you're getting a better number on the Evan Elder side. Plus 200 still is a pretty good number, 2-1. Got to see more out of both guys, though, but I'm leaning Elder. I'm probably going to play Elder straight, and there might be a little seasoning, might be a little on the decision there. 5-1. I like it. Uli Chilong versus Cameron Else. Uli Chilong, Mongolian murderer. Cameron Else just hasn't fought anybody. And Uli Chilong, a lot of people thought he won his last fight. He's a durable dude. Scrappy. Can crack a little bit. Cameron Else got TKO by Kyler Phillips. Hang loose Kyler Phillips. Bro's probably just hitting some massive waves with his hair. And, chicks are probably sleeping outside of his house. That guy just fucks, man. Alicia Long by KO plus 140. I don't love it. Alicia Long, though, is a good size favorite here. Minus 240, plus 140 for the knockout. I like him by decision at plus 250. I think Cameron Else going to come in, going to try to get this fight to the ground, going to try to make it a grappling match. Some people have confidence in him at plus 195. This fight might be a pass for me. You got a guy that's 0-2 in the UFC, close fights. Jeff Molina fight. Molina's a beast, but, he caught Molina that fight. Molina also caught him. Alicia Long, the Mongolian murderer, showed his fucking toughness in that fight. And then Cameron Else got TKO by Kyler Phillips, who's a high-up guy. But Cameron Phillips, when you look at his record, it's very padded. There's not a lot of meat on them bones, boys. So I don't love Cameron Else here in this spot. I think this could be a pass for me just because I don't have a good read on either guy. One guy's 0-2, one guy's 0-1 on short notice. What do we got here? Line's a little out of whack with minus 240. If you have a better read on it, hammer that. do your thing. I'm going to pass on this one. My pick is Alicia Long. I do think he's going to be the better fighter everywhere, and he hits harder, and he's a little bit more aggressive, and he's the Mongolian murderer who, if I pick against him, he's going to fucking murder me, so I'm not going to do that. All right, Tyson Pedro versus Ike Villanueva. Pedro minus 650. Heavy favorite after 4 years off. Pedro looked to me in great shape, though. Huge at the weigh-ins. Outsized Ike Villanueva. He used to fight at heavyweight. Tyson Pedro by TKOs minus 115, by submissions plus 180. Ike Villanueva has been submitted before. I'm going to hammer Tyson Pedro by submission plus 180. I think that's a solid number right there. I think Tyson's going to want to come back. He's been mentioning all week. He's going to fight with his head. He's going to have a little more he's going to have a better game plan, and he's going to fight with his head, and he's going to make an intelligent decision. Intelligent is getting Ike to the ground and tapping him out. Ike's leather face, old catcher mitt head can take some shots, but and Pedro doesn't have the best stand-up in the world. I think body clinch, takedown, take a neck, take an arm, take what you got. Tyson Pedro minus 650 is hefty, but Tyson Pedro plus 180 by submission, I like that as well. And Tyson has struggled before the 4-year break with cardio. So the more this gets extended, that number might be dwindling down. Ike Villanueva is a pretty durable vet. He's got a terrible record. He's been there with a lot of guys. So this is going to be a good live betting spot. But pre-bet, I can't live bet my stake. Get it together, Ohio. Pre-bet, pre-thoughts, everything. Tyson Pedro by submission plus 180. That gets the juices flowing a little bit there. You put that with something, you put a nice little uni on it, a couple hundred, some stacks, whatever you got. That's a nice little number. Dwight Grant versus Heidi Dean from the UFC, who is an incredible person, by the way, sent me the audio file of Sergey. She was laughing at me, basically saying you can't pronounce shit, and she's 100% right. So she sent me the video file. Let me play it so I can get it right. Here we go. There we go. Technology's hard for me sometimes.
Okay. Sergey Honda Handoshko. Sergey Honda Handoshko.
Okay, so Sergey Honda. That is a fucking hard name to pronounce. I'm going to go Sergey. I pronounced it Sergey. I have no idea what I said to the last name. Fighting Dwight Grant here. This weigh-in was a little intense. Boy's got a little spice on this one. Dwight Grant seems kind of confident. Didn't look to be in the best shape. I've seen him. Sergey likes to stand up and bang. Dwight Grant likes to box. They both have good power in their hands. I lean Sergey minus 120. He almost filled in on the Claudio spot here. Again, this is one of those guys. He hasn't won a fight in the UFC yet, so it's hard to put him in a parlay when you want him to go far. Minus 120 is something that you can bet. Dwight Grant has been knocked out before. His chin's been tested before. Sergey by knockout is plus 450 for that's a tough-ass name. You're right, Smitty Cent. That's a tough name. That's my good friend there named Steve Smith. I can pronounce his name. I can't pronounce Sergey Hongakosho. God, that's why John Anik's the best. The guy fucking pronounces that in his sleep. But Sergey, by knockout, plus 450, by decision, plus 175. I like both those on the plus side. I wouldn't take a money line because you don't know. Dwight Grant, plus 100. I do see some people taking the dog value here. Over set 2.5. So I think Vegas thinks this is going to get extended a little bit. Both guys aren't like crazy knockout powers like within the first round. They both have decent power, some knockouts on a record, but historically it doesn't happen a lot in the first round. So they set the over under 2.5. The unders plus 150, which Robbie Iona. I can pronounce Robbie Iona. This guy right here, his family. If you needed a pool clean, they clean the shit out of your pool. You can see your goddamn face in it. Rob Iona. I know the Ionas. I can pronounce their fucking name. But give me some knockout plus 450. Give me some decision plus 175. Let's sprinkle the board on the props. You're getting a better number than minus 120 money line. Let's not touch the money line. Let's touch the props. 4-1 by knockout. Dwight Grant's gonna take a nap. Let's fucking go. Jordan Wright versus Andrade Baruch. So this is one leg of the slime ball. You see it on the screen. Jordan Wright, I've said it again. I've said it a million times. This guy is a serial killer, okay? His face scares me, right? You ever seen American Psycho? Or is that what it's called? American Psycho with Christian Bale? That's Jordan Wright. This guy freaks me out, right? Over, under, set at 1.5. Under, plus 115. I'd hammer the under. I love the under in this fight at plus 115. Jordan Wright by knockout plus 330. I'm on the Baruch side, but that's a good number for Jordan Wright. The guy's kill or be killed. He's going to come at you. What is this? Jordan Twerker Levitt needs to get a little gas. Now, Bruce Bobtrotter. All right. Jordan Levitt needs to get knocked out. He called it. Called a shot. But I like Marc-Andre Barriault by knockout plus 160. Jordan Wright just rushes in. He's gonna get kneed a little bit. He's gonna take some shots. He got embarrassed his last time out against Chidi Njoku. He's not gonna make the same mistake this time. That is my firm belief. My guy Christian's against me because he hates to see me succeed. But I like Marc-Andre Barriault here by knockout, by decisions plus 250. This fight ain't going to decision. So if I was you, if I was the people out there and you're going to listen to anything I say, listen to me on this fight. Under 1.5 plus 115. Great price. Marc-Andre Barriault minus 195. That's not your cup of tea. Marc-Andre by knockout plus 150. Jordan Wright by knockout plus 330. These aren't going out of the fight. Fight doesn't go to the decision. Where's that fight? Where's that prop at? Winning method. Round props, where you at here? Oh, DraftKings. Fight start round 2. We get the round 2. I can't find it. Where are we at here? DraftKings money line finish only, decision only, alternate rounds. Yeah, I can't find it because I'm an idiot right now. But this fight's not going out of the fucking first round. I almost guarantee it. Macy Barber's Montana De La Rosa. Let's see. Do you think either Elder Romanov either tomorrow? If I had to put money on it, I'd put Elder, even though I'm picking Elder. Romanov looked fucking jacked. 20 pounds down, shreddy at the scales, fighting Chase Sherman, who, let's be honest, took this fight knowing he's going to get his fucking head smashed in. Took this fight because he gets a paycheck, dollars, gets a bigger bag than he's ever got, and 4-fight deal. So I think Elder will lose his before Romanov, but I do have Elder in that fight. But Macy Barber versus Montana De La Rosa. I like this fight, just money line. Fight goes to decision. Over 2.5, minus 265. You could parlay that with something else. Maybe Jordan Wright getting knocked out or Jordan Wright being a serial killer. That's probably actually probably a huge favorite as well because the guy's clearly murdered people. But minus 265, over 2.5 is the fight prop I like in this fight right here. Macy Barber, I think, is just, she got in her face a little bit. She looked a little bigger. She looked a little thicker. She looked strong. I like Macy Barber over Montana De La Rosa. Lemos versus Charles Jourdain. Charles Jourdain now is a straight pick 'em, minus 110. He was a slight favorite earlier this week. Lemos looked a little sunken in, boys. He looked like Ed Norton from Fight Club, right? He looked a little sunken in, a little worried about his health. Get that boy some water. He needs some milk. Whatever it is, but Charles Jourdain,
He slimed me.
I'm playing on him sliming me tomorrow in the Slimeball, minus 110. I like this. This fight's probably going to go to decision. Both these guys like to bang it out. I wish there was a prop that said, is there going to be blood? Because there will be blood. Both these guys will be bleeding at the end of the fight. Under 2.5 is plus 150. I think that's a little low. Over 2.5, minus 185. Is that what that says? Minus 185. I like the over here. Again, over 2.5, minus 185 is a good number. I like Charles Jourdain by minus 110. Charles Jourdain by decision plus 200 as well. By knockout plus 350. Lando by knockout plus 450. So you're getting good knockout props. Both these guys are strikers, but I don't think they're going to knock each other out. I think it's going to be a fucking fun fight. Clay Guida versus Claudio Puelles, my final leg of the Slimeball. Under 2.5 is minus 170. Over 2.5 is minus 220. I like over 2.5 here. I think if Claudio, who I see him winning by submission, I feel like if he's going to win by submission, it's going to be late. I think Clay's going to grind on him and they get caught in something. Claudio to win by submission is plus 350. I'm going to be hammering that because I think my guy can get it done. He got the A&F bump. So give me plus 350. By decisions, plus 250 as well. This could get down to some greasy shit here, boys. Clay Guida, even though he's 40, and I constantly doubt him, he's got the thing where it's like he can get it to the judge's decision, and then you start worrying about it a little bit, like the Bobby Green fight. Like his posture and everything made me thought he won the fight, right? And the Mark Madsen fight where he thought he won as well. He looked good, but he just fell apart. What needs to get a look at is not in a fairy show or a gay pride parade. Bruce Bobtrotter, you're still okay. Jordan Levitt's not fighting Bruce. Okay, he's not on this card. And And, to each his own, man, right? To each his own. I didn't like the guy seeing him twerk, but you know what? Fuck it. Maybe people do, Bruce Bob Trotter. But yeah, so I like Claudio in that fight. I like him by submission. +1 or -110 is a good pick 'em price. He is going to close our parlay at +456. Alexander Romanov versus Chase Sherman. Fucking, come on, bro. Hey, he's not on the card, bro. Lay off Levitt, man. No props to be set on this fight right now on DraftKings. -1500 is what Romanov is set at. That is absolute. What is you take it up the ass too, you mean? So you're into twerking, bro? You take it up the ass too. I am into twerking. Not I don't twerk, but I'm into it. Do I take it up the ass? No, I don't. Thanks for asking. But I do not judge people that do take it up the ass. How about that? If you like it up the ass, you like it up the ass, huh? Everyone likes something. Boost Bob Trotter. I don't know. I don't judge people, man. Romanov's going to win this fight by submission, I think. Back to the props here. No props to be said. No props to be had right now, but I like Romanov by submission. I think he's going to be pounding. Donkey Kong smashing Chase. Chase could have roll over. He's like, I already got the check, right? Check's cashed. Let me give up a head and arm. Let me give up my neck. Let me give up something. Maybe Americana, maybe a Kimura. Romanov looks to be in the best shape of his life. -1500, so fucking high. If you have 200 grand, 500 grand, whatever your fucking account is, I would throw it all on the Romanov. I know it's heavyweight MMA. Chase Sherman's got some decent leg kicks. He is pretty tough. He is a vet, but he might be one of the worst fighters on the UFC roster. So just be, I would throw everything on it. He would be my mortal lock. My mortal lock was Manel Kopp. He fell off. So my mortal lock now is Charles Jourdain. But if I had the bankroll, I'd throw it on fucking Alexander Romanov to win by finish. And I would maybe not the entire bankroll by submission. The props not out there, but -1500 when you got like 500K in the bank, not that big of a deal. What up, BP? What's up, Vincent Mango? If that's a real last name, it's a fucking dope last name. So I like Alexander Romanov big on that. And then Jessica Andrade versus Amanda Lemos. Andrade has only gone up when we did the pick 'em on Sunday. She was like a -180, I think, maybe 175. Now she's blown up to 220. Makes sense. I like Andrade by decision here. Maybe a late finish. So Andrade by KO +170, by decisions +225. I like by decision. I think Lemos is going to be durable. Nobody who gambles has 500K in the bank, bro. There's some people that got that money, bud. They lose most of it. Not all. Not Vegas Dan or whatever the fuck his name is. There's some fucking guys out there that got that money. I don't have that money, but I mean, listen, if I did, I'd fucking bet it all on Romanov. You won't lose it. You only get better from it. Then you can go out and pay Jordan Levitt to twerk Bruce Bob Trotter because that's what you're into, my guy. And there's nothing wrong with it. But I like Andrade by decision +225. Gorgeous number. She could win late by knockout. I don't like how Lemos finished over on Angela Hill. And a lot of people thought Angela Hill won that fight. It was very close. She slowed down. A lot of people were putting a lot of stock into the Leslie Smith fight. That's something I kept looking back. That was UFC debut up 2 weight classes. She got dog walked against the cage. Andrade isn't as big as Leslie Smith, but she is muscly. She's strong against the cage. Could slam her into a Bolivian. I don't see the clinch being that big of a factor with Andrade because if she gets into a clinch or a plum Muay Thai, Lemos said is, I think she's going for a ride. So I like Andrade by decision at +225. I think she's going to shot here. I think she's one of the best female fighters out there. Obviously, former champion. She's fought for 2 different titles. Has been the former champion. Did I say that? Yeah. So that's what I like in this. It's a thin card. There's no doubt about it. It's thin. It's hard to find spots, but I'm finding these spots and we're going to fucking take the house, right? Next week's card's not as thin, but the main event is absolute fucking bonkers with Cheeto and Rob Font. I still don't know who's going to win that fight. I'm still going over in my head. So again, Slimeball parlay, Charles Jourdain, Marc-Andre Baruch, and Claudius Puelles, +456 on your money. That's on DraftKings Sportsbook right now. And then if you have to bet, if you're going to go out there and say, Brian, I'm to my last $25 or $250 or whatever it is, I need to make some money. Who do you got to win? So obviously I would say Slimeball, but I would also go Alexander Romanov by submission, by finish. The props not out right now. It's going to be a crazy number, but you're going to win a little bit. You can even parlay that with Macy Barber and Montella De La Rosa going over 2.5, because that's what's going to happen. Sweeten your pot up a little bit. If you're a straight wager guy, or Lichu Long at minus 240. I think he's better than Cameron Else. Evan Elder, decent little underdog at plus 110. Good little prospect, undefeated. That's an interesting number. Philip Linz plus 100. My dog lock of the night. Deanberry, again, just incredibly expensive, but the first fight of the night, but he's going to win by knockout. Knockouts minus 165. Again, you could parlay that with Macy Barber going over. You can parlay that with Alexander Romanov finishing. There's a lot of ways around it, a lot of ways to make money, and that's what we're going to do, make money. I promised myself it'd be 30 minutes because I'm exhausted. It's been 30 minutes. Thank you for watching. And go follow me on MMA Takes Podcast on all socials, IG, Twitter, and then buy a shirt, link in the bio, whatever the fuck, Chalk Boys. That's what we do. Why does how much money he's made matter? What have you got going on, chat? So how much money have you made on MMA game, bro? Give a rough estimate. How much money have I made in MMA gambling? I could check I know I was up on FanDuel. I don't talk about FanDuel because I don't like it. I was up at least $3 to $4 grand on FanDuel before I closed that account. My units are $100. No shy about that. I'm not a $1,000 unit guy. I'm not a multi-unit guy. I was going to bump it up to 200, but I started the year rough. So I'm at 100 units. We're in probably up a little bit of the thousands. I'm definitely up on the year. I've had a good year so far. Beginning was rough. I fucking clawed my way back, Bob Trotter. Clawed my way back. We're at 30 minutes. It's Saturday or Friday night. I'm exhausted. Let's win some money. Let's follow where. Here we go. If you give an elephant, if I gave you an elephant, you can't sell it or give it away. What do you do with it? I don't know, Steve. Hurry up, man. I got to close this up. If I gave you an elephant, you can't sell it or give it away. What do you do with it? Keep it. Elephants are cute. I don't know. Have a baby elephant. Are you going to finish this punchline here, bro? Finish the punchline. I got to go, man. Finish this up. If I gave you an elephant, maybe I'm missing it. And you can't sell it or give it away. What do you do with it? I keep it in the backyard. Or I drop it off at Don's house and let him live in his backyard. Let him fucking deal with that. Vincent Mango gives it. Am I missing something here? This might have gone over my head. I gotta go. Okay. Baby's sleeping in the next room. Kids are watching, or wife and kid are watching TV. Let's win some money tomorrow. MMA Takes Podcast on everything. We're out. Steve, text me that joke because I do not get it, brother. Went over my head.